Hello, I'll show you how I set up two virtual machines and use them to run a microservice application. I'll explain the steps I took to make sure these machines could talk to each other, how I set up static IP address, and how the services are running smoothly. Let's get into it. And Firstly, I created two virtual machines using VirtualBox, both running Ubuntu, a lightweight version of Linux. And each machine got 2 GB of RAM and 20 GB of storage. Then I configured the machines to use an internal network in VirtualBox. This means that the two VMs can communicate with each other, but they can't access the internet, which is good for security and testing purposes. Next, I set up the static addresses, IP addresses for both virtual machines. VM1 got one address and VM2 got another one. This step is important because I need to know where each machine is located on the network. By setting static IPs, I make sure they stay the same every time the machine restart. I did this by editing a network configuration on both VMs and turning off the automatic IP assignment, which is done by something called DHCP. On the first virtual machine, I created the user service. The service allows users to sign up, log in, and generate a token that they will use later to make orders. The service is built on Flask, a simple Python framework, and it runs on port 5001. After setting up the service, I made sure the VM's firewall allowed traffic on 5001 so VM2 could connect to it. On the second virtual machine, I set up the order service. The service handles placing orders and checking which orders belong to which user. The order service needs to check with the user service to confirm the user's identity. So I made sure it could send request to VM1. Just like the VM1, I allowed traffic on 5002 so that the order service on virtual machine 2 could communicate with the user service on virtual machine 1. After setting everything up, I tested if the two machines could communicate with each other. I did this by using a simple command called ping, which sends a signal from one machine to the other. Both machines responded, meaning the network was correct. Then I used a tool called curl to test the services and make sure they were working properly. And the front end development, finally I created a simple front end application that interacts with both services. This front end lets users create account, login, and place orders. When a user logs in, they get a token which is saved locally. This token is used to make sure they can place orders securely. The front end sends requests to the backend services over the network. I have already created an account. Let's just log into it. You can see now he can get access on creating orders, as many as possible. We can also see what's happening along the terminal over the network. We can see the API requests getting over the both services on both the virtual machines. This is a basic example of how microservices can work together across different machines. Thanks for watching.